Alright everybody, come with me to bid this swim school pool, and here's the scope of work that they're looking for. So right off the bat, this obviously needs a replaster. In commercial pools in Southern California, they are very strict, but it varies per county. However, in this case, it must be plaster, and obviously for cost, it must be plaster. They're going back and forth. It is a heated debate on changing the depth of the swimming pool. It goes as deep as 8.5 feet, and they're considering making it 6 or 5, or even shallowing to 1 depth. Presenting the cost of this will probably settle the debate. Now, when you're bidding a project like this, you want to include in the estimate saw cutting all these swim lanes and then demoing the plaster around it, because doing all new swim lanes would add to the cost tremendously. So much more so than saw cutting it. Now, check out this break line. As you can see, we have some calcium nodule growth throughout the break line. That tells me that there is some delamination or failure to bond of the break line to the gunite. And a break line is basically just a tile line of division saying you're going from the shallow end to the deep end. Now, just look at this plaster's condition. Obviously, it is atrocious and needs to be redone. We have a couple loose handrails throughout. Now, the equipment room actually wasn't that bad. They did have all single speed pumps, so that should be upgraded to variable speeds. But they had a Pentair ETI 400, which is actually the most gas efficient heater on the market. Now, check out this mistake somebody made a long time ago. I mean, just look at the placement of that return line. Now, I can fix it, or I have to replaster it the exact same way. It should obviously be on that little wall of the second step from the top down. Now, they're not really interested in changing the coping, and I totally understand why. They just want to give it an acid bath, but it's so caked on. I mean, this is probably 20 years worth of calcium debris. And so I said, sir, I'm happy to acid bath it, but I cannot guarantee we can bring back the fresh new look. And cleaning the tile is no problem. It's not that dirty. But let's find out what happens. This is a project that obviously they're not ready to do until the winter, but we'll submit it and say a prayer. Thanks for watching, and follow for more.